just made a move to potential in a brand new GM. And you best believe these owners are going to be down like young jock. I keep trying to tell you. And Governor Eric Holloman. Her work on the Sparks roster and player experience will have a lasting impact on the new faces of the league, and there's no.
But right now I'm just, focused on the team.
There's a sense of urgency kind of heightened, or has it already been kind of there already?
Relationship with Caitlin Clark, they're going to be looking to make decisions. Look right here, highlighted to Chicago for Ariel Atkins. That right
out of the gate, the LA Sparks ownership just made a move to potentially bring in Caitlin Clark, and directing a count your days straight at Stephanie White and the Indiana Fever front office. I want to be upfront with you before we go any further. That's this creator's theory, not a confirmed report. But let's actually walk through what's real here, because there's more to this than just a wild take.
Like, comment, subscribe, share the channel. Hit that bell notification and hype the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. As always, we have got to get into this news. The groundwork has been being laid. I don't know. I tried to tell you guys, okay? I tried to tell y'all Michael Thompson, Laker legend, wasn't just saying things just to be saying things. He has intel on what the hell is going on in LA, and especially with this new.
The claim is that this traces back to Michael Thompson having real intel a few weeks ago, when he floated the idea of Clark ending up in LA, and that the Sparks' new ownership group, the same group that runs the Lakers, is looking to make a major splash. That part about the ownership group is accurate. The Walter family's investment group does own both franchises. Whether they have any actual interest in Clark specifically is a completely different question, and nobody's confirmed that part yet.
In my opinion, there's no way you trade Rickea Jackson for Ariel Atkins. That is ridiculous. I believe the LA Sparks are laying the groundwork to bring in Caitlin Clark. This ownership group loves stars. They want a star among stars. They went and got Luka. I believe they're going to make a big splash in every attempt they can to try to go get.
Here's the actual real news underneath all the speculation. The LA Sparks have officially parted ways with general manager Reagan Pebley after 2.5 seasons, with assistant GM Zach Knowlton and Nate Nielsen sharing interim duties. That's confirmed, reported by ESPN and the team itself, not a rumor.
Tie this thing together. This ownership group is looking to make a move. Now, head coach Lynn Roberts spoke about this. She spoke about the important ways. He spoke about Cameron Brink, a bunch of stuff. We're going to get into the meat and potatoes of it.
I'm focused on the players and coaching and the team and Atlanta.
And the team's own statement backs that up. Managing partner and Governor Eric Holloman thanking Pebley for her leadership and commitment and her lasting impact on the organization. That's a normal professional exit statement. No smoking gun in there about Clark. Just a franchise making a real front office change.
Okay, that's one. Two, they brought in Caitlin Clark's best friend in the world. You are my best friend in the whole wide world. Kate Martin in the whole wide world. They brought in Kate Buddy Martin from Iowa, okay? Now, they have decided to part ways with the GM, and they're.
Now here's where the theory crafting starts. Clark has a genuine, real friendship with Cameron Brink, going back to their Team USA days as high schoolers. And the Sparks already have Clark's actual college teammate and close friend Kate Martin on the roster after signing her to a standard deal. Those relationships are 100% real. Whether the Sparks are using them as a pipeline to eventually pursue Clark is speculation, but it's not baseless speculation. The personal connections genuinely exist.
Active and injured and stuff, but I feel like we're playing.
Now, Lynn Roberts, she understands the pressure is on her as a coach because there's no guarantee that you're gonna like make it. There's no guarantee that this ownership group is gonna keep you around. The ownership group may be scouring around for a coach that already has a great relationship with Caitlin Clark. They're gonna be looking to make a partnership, and I think
The comparison being drawn here is to the Lakers trading for Luka Doncic, the idea that this same ownership group likes making a big splash for a superstar. That's a fair pattern to point out given how aggressive the Lakers were in that trade, but pulling off anything like that with Clark would require Indiana actually agreeing to trade her, and there's zero indication the Fever have any interest in moving on from their franchise player.
Active and injured and stuff, but I feel like we're playing.
Now, Lynn Roberts, she understands the pressure is on her as a coach because there's no guarantee that you're gonna like make it. There's no guarantee that this ownership group is gonna keep you around. The ownership group may be scouring around for a coach that already has a great relationship with Caitlin Clark. They're gonna be looking to make a partnership, and I think
this is the most legitimate piece of sourcing in the whole video. ESPN's Ramona Shelburne reporting that Sparks ownership, the Walter Group, has been much more involved with the franchise this season, just as they have with the Lakers, and that from what she understands, this is more of an organizational shift than anything specific. That's a real credentialed reporter, but notice her own quote explicitly downplays any specific target. She's not saying this is about Clark.
okay, that's one. Two, they brought in Caitlin Clark's best friend in the world. You are my best friend in the whole wide world. Kate Martin in the whole wide world. They brought in Kate Buddy Martin from Iowa, okay? Now, they have decided to part ways with the GM, and they're
From there, the video jumps straight to the Walter Group is looking to get Caitlin Clark locked in LA. And that leap from organizational shift to they're going after Clark specifically is exactly where reporting ends and speculation begins. It's a fun theory, but it's important to be honest about which part is Shelburne's actual reporting and which part is the host connecting dots on his own.
they are ushering in the new faces of the league, and there's no bigger face in women's sports than Caitlin Clark. The Walter Group is looking to get Caitlin Clark locked in LA. They see the malpractice that's going on, and you better believe they're going to be scouring the market for a GM that may have a good relationship with Caitlin Clark or Caitlin Clark's representation, somewhere where they can tie this thing together. This ownership group is looking to make a move.
Here's Sparks coach Lynn Roberts' real, on-camera reaction to finding out about the GM change. I found out this morning. Reagan's a friend of mine, and I care about her. This is the hard part in sports. That's a genuine human response to a colleague losing her job, not a coach signaling anything about incoming personnel moves.
Out of playoff in ninth place. They're coming off consecutive victories, though, having defeated Indiana Wednesday in Chicago on Friday. It says the assistant GMs will take over, okay? And this thing is definitely moving, guys. This thing is moving. And this GM made some bonehead decisions. Look, right here, highlighted. Pebbly traded Jackson to Chicago for Ariel Atkins.
The pressure angle on Roberts is a fair basketball point regardless of any Clark speculation. New ownership groups that just cleaned house at GM don't usually give the head coach unlimited job security either, especially with the Sparks currently sitting outside the playoff picture. That's a legitimate storyline on its own, with or without Caitlin Clark attached to it.
What's going on in LA, and especially with this new ownership group, who is the same ownership group that have made big moves for the Lakers. They're looking to make a major splash with the Sparks, and this is where it starts. Ooh, that rhymed. I didn't even plan that one. Let's get into it, courtesy of Yahoo Sports. The Los Angeles Sparks have agreed to part ways with general manager.
And here are the actual numbers that matter for the Sparks right now. They've missed the playoffs 5 straight seasons and currently sit at 10-11, just outside a playoff spot, though they have won back-to-back games, including a win over Indiana. That's the real, grounded context for why this franchise is under pressure to make changes, independent of any Clark rumor.
Down like young jock, I keep trying to tell you. Sparks agree to part ways with general manager Reagan Pebbly. The LA Sparks have agreed to part ways with general manager effective today. Okay? In the interim, GM duties will be shared by Zach Knowlton and Nate Nielsen. They said, "We are grateful to Reagan for her leadership and commitment to the Los Angeles Sparks and women's basketball," said managing partner and governor Eric Hollowman. "Her work on the Sparks roster and player experience will have a lasting impact."
The video closes by pointing to Pebley's trade of Rickea Jackson to Chicago for Ariel Atkins as a bonehead move that fueled the front office shakeup, then circles back to the theory that this star-hungry ownership group is going to chase Clark the same way they went and got Doncic. That's a fun, speculative note to end on. Just remember, as of right now, that's a theory built on real facts, not a confirmed pursuit.
Time sports writer for ESPN Los Angeles. Okay, now Ramona Shelburne said this. Okay, Sparks ownership, the Walter Group, has been much more involved with the franchise this season, just as they have with the Lakers. From what I understand, this is more of an organizational shift